Good day everyone, I'm Stephen Siliagas, a medtech student, and today I'm gonna explain to you or discuss to you how the protein metabolism and its waste products uh, do its process within our body. So let's get to it. So here is the model of our digestive system, because as I have explained earlier, it's all about protein metabolism and waste products and its way out. So I assume that it is all about how we consume protein and how protein is being absorbed in our body. So first, we absorb protein through our mouth. Of course, there are many foods that contains different kinds of proteins, like just simply like rice, your viands, like your meat, fishes, nuts, and vegetables, and others. So of course, you will consume them through our mouth. And of course, in the mouth, there is no protein digestion that takes place. No, there is nothing. It's just that the mouth will help break down the large portion of your foods into smaller pieces that is able to pass the esophagus down to our stomach. And in the stomach, here in the stomach, this is where the protein digestion happens first of all, because the pepsin will hydrolyze the protein so that it will be denatured and it will become into smaller portions that it will because protein is a polypeptide, and we need to break it down in order that it will be turned into smaller molecules absorbable by the next organ. So of course, just pepsin in our stomach, the hydrochloric acid in our stomach, isn't enough to digest our food that contains protein. So with that, the pancreas, here this little one, the pancreas will send an enzyme called protease to help break down the polypeptides. And with that, it's just not enough, because protease is inactive without another enzyme called trypsin, and trypsin is made by the liver. So these two, the protease and trypsin, should work together in order that the protein or the polypeptide bond in the protein will break down into smaller pieces or molecules, which is the dipeptide bonds and the tripeptide bonds, which is, after that it is being denatured or hydrolyzed in the stomach, it will break into smaller portions the dipeptide and the tripeptide bonds, and with that they will proceed down to the intestines. And within these intestines, the small intestines, since they are already a di and tripeptide bonds, which are smaller portions of protein, the small portions of polypeptides, which are these two, the tripeptide and dipeptide. So these small intestines, the cells in these intestines are the epithelial cells. And as we know, epithelial cells is very good at absorbing nutrients, especially nutrients, proteins, and other nutrients. With that, the intestine will absorb the di and tripeptides and some other free amino acids, that is, they will be absorbed. And it doesn't just end with that. And after it is being absorbed, of course, it will not be immediately distributed in our body. Of course, the nutrients that is being absorbed will pass through the liver, and the liver will do its part. It will intoxify the nutrients that we are eating, and with that, and the excess protein, of course, we know it will proceed down to the large intestine, down to our rectum, our anus, and it will be excess out of our body as a form of stool down here. So with that, this is one way of showing that how the excess protein is being give out to our body. And after that, the protein is being intoxified in the liver. Of course, the liver will deliver these dipeptides, tripeptides, and free amino acids all to every single cell out of our body. And with that, it doesn't end because every day we lose protein. And with that, I will show you example how we lose protein. And first is cell division, energy production, and of course the perspiration of our body. We lose those proteins every day because even if we are sleeping, our body continues to work until we woke up in the morning. And that's why it is really important to consume protein, because we lose more protein compared to energy, because the energy or the adenosine triphosphate, it comes from the protein. So without protein, we don't have enough energy to move every single cell of our body every day. And with that, maybe you have question in mind that how do we dispose those used proteins in our body, or use amino acids or your tripeptides and dipeptides that is being consumed? How should we dispose if it is all around our body except in this the ones in the large intestines, or the excess protein that is being perspired? It is being the proteins in our body is being excess out of our body through the lymphatic system. So the lymphatic system is the one that is in charge to dispose the excess protein out of every single cell of our body. That's why we don't get easily being overloaded with protein, and that is how we balance the protein within our body. And I think that's all for today's video, and I hope you enjoy our discussion, and hoping for more videos. And see you soon. Bye bye.